I'm the best president for black people since Abraham Lincoln. And black people are seeing that. Black people are used to voting for Democrats, but they're coming off it. They're smart. They're seeing what's happened. They're seeing criminal justice reform. They're seeing the black colleges and universities. I got it funded. They're seeing all of the things that I've done. Nobody could do what I did. I say that, and people sometimes smile, but it's actually true.
Shalom, shalom. Call HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles, a great millstone, and teaching will well. Peace and salutations be to the hopeful elect. I bet that Tasman coming at you from the prophets of Babylon, camp here in Tampa, Florida. This lesson is going to be going into another trap or stumbling block laid out for Israel, at least the wicked of our people. And it's really touching on the Trump speech. You know, we're going to grab a few scriptures going into how an enemy speaketh smoothly with his lips. Never trust thine enemy. You know, those few things. We're going to touch in on those. But before that, I wanted to grab this scripture here, which talks about the law. In the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 17 and verse 15, Thou shalt in any wise Deuteronomy chapter 17 and verse 15, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord YAHAWASHI thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren shalt thou set king over thee. Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay, so Trump obviously and clearly, plainly, is not our brother, man. It's not an Israelite. That's an Edomite. And Jake going quick to vote, and he's professing and proclaiming, I'm the best president for black people since Abraham Lincoln. These were his words, man. I'll put it in the intro, but this is what he's proclaiming. So he's the best president for Jake since Abraham Lincoln. Assuming that Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves, but really he just changed the way slavery is done. He didn't really free slaves. He didn't free Jake from slavery. Jake's still in slavery to this day. He just changed the way it's done. Now it's official, and you know it's more official. You know that who Jake belonged to, things are more tracked down, and you know you ain't buying and selling slaves under the table anymore. You know, all he did was modernize slavery, just like they about to modernize this currency. It's the same thing. Nothing new under the sun, really. But the scripture right here, this is a law saying it says, Thou shalt in any wise set him king over thee, whom the Lord thy power shall choose. One from among thy brethren, meaning it has to be Israelite, shalt thou set king over thee. So why is Jake running down to these voting polls and putting Trump's name on them, voting for Trump? You know, it says, Thou mayest not set a stranger over thee, which is not thy brother. Okay, so the scriptures say you can't do that. You may not. You know, you ever heard the saying, Mother, may I? You're just like asking, may I please do this, or may I please do that? Well, the scriptures say you may not. You may not set a stranger over you, man. So Jake going down to vote for their oppressors to be their rulers. And that's why they're still destroyed, because they trust in oppression. Remember, grab that. Isaiah chapter 30 and verse 12, Wherefore thus saith the Holy One of Israel, because ye despise this word, and trust in oppression and perverseness, and stay thereon. So Jake despises the word, the truth, you know, and they trust in oppression. Those that hurt them and offend them and oppress them daily, those are who Israel trusts, you know. And this is a recompense for their own ignorance. It says, therefore this iniquity shall be to you as a breach ready to fall, swelling out in a high wall, whose breaking cometh suddenly at an instant. So it's going to be at an instant, suddenly. You know, scripture says, suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come, and they shall not escape. Scripture say, they shall say peace and safety, and then suddenly, great destruction cometh, man. Great travail cometh suddenly. You know, and they shall not escape, man. Roughly paraphrasing. So it talks about suddenly a lot, you know. This is going to come back to bite you in the ass suddenly, out of nowhere, you know, unexpectedly, you know. Trump saying Jake can trust him, Jake can do this and do that, but you gotta remember, Trump was in a trial, rooting for the innocent Jake to be punished, you know. These Jakes were innocent, and he was there saying, yeah, punish him anyway, punish him. They were criminals, they're criminals, because there was something about Jake assaulting an Edomite woman, you know, but it was false. It was a false accusation, but he was striving to get them persecuted anyways, just because their name was even mentioned. Just because they were suspects, he was striving to get them persecuted, and it was a false accusation. But this guy says you can trust him. He's saying he's the best president for Jake since Abraham Lincoln, man. Abraham Lincoln wasn't even a good president to Jake. No president was a good president for Jake. All of them have accomplished Edom's goals. They're never, let's try to get them their land back. Let's get them a place. Let's get them certain things, you know, that they need as their own nation, you know. They never apologized for the things that they've done, or they never even tried to repay back. But Trump speaks smoothly, saying that we owe the people of color an apology, you know. He speaks smoothly when he says, vote for me, I will take care of you. He speaks smoothly when he comes out with sneakers and for Jake, you know. And now you got these niggas dropping proverbs saying, which aren't even proverbs, because proverbs would be a wise saying. So they're just dropping fucking, you know, quotations of saying niggas for Trump. Trump with us. You had Kodak Black doing songs about Trump, man. You know, pretty much idolizing this nigga. Because Jake's mind only goes as far as the president. They don't know that there's somebody controlling the president. They don't know the president the president has to work too. You know. So, which if Trump gets elected back in office, which, you know, the others believe that he may, okay, he's gonna get back in office to fulfill prophecy. You know, and that's that. It's not to help you niggas. It's to give you niggas more benefits, to give you niggas more of a reason to not trust in the Lord. No, man. That's to fulfill prophecy. So it says here in the book of Isaiah. No, select here. In the book of Psalms. Chapter 55. This is the book of Psalms, chapter 55 and verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter. So Esau put forth his hands against them that be at peace with him. And he had these nations at peace with him. He put forth his hands towards them too. Give me your oil. Legalize same-sex marriage, or are we gonna come through this bitch and tear it up? You know? And that's why these nations are going to turn their back on America when she needs them the most. You know, when she's weak and feeble and sick, plagued with STDs. She's going to look to these other countries for help, and they're going to turn their back on her. And then to add fuel to the fire, they're going to turn again and rend her, destroy her even more. You know, it says the words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. So he came speaking smoothly, like, hey, check me out. I'm going to be the best president for you since Abraham Lincoln. And then when he becomes president, getting the majority of you niggas votes, guess what? He gonna rend your ass. He gonna turn, he gonna rend your ass, man. And it's gonna be suddenly out of nowhere. You Trump, I thought you was for... Don't touch me, nigga. Yo, Trump. You have videos of people just fucking trying to get... Jake trying to get pictures with Trump and shit, man. Jake trying to be groupies to Trump. You know, it's gonna come to a point where video gonna start getting released. Trump being that bit like, don't touch me, nigga. You know, these devils are really disgusted with you, Jakes, man. They hate our hair. They hate our lips, our full lips. They hate the curves of our women's bodies. They hate the color of our skin. They hate our beautiful eyes. They hate our beautiful futures. They hate everything about us because they don't have it. They envy us, you know. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Okay, these words are actually attacks. The things he's saying are traps. That's why this lesson is called another trap or stumblingblock set up for Israel. Because he's saying nice things, smooth things that'll make you, it'll make Jake melt. It'll make Jake that's in poverty melt. But scriptures say the rich, the rich oppresseth the poor and needy. When he matter of fact, I'll grab it. I'm roughly paraphrasing. Let's just grab it. So it says even when the needy speaketh right, roughly paraphrasing. So it says here in Proverbs, even when speaketh. Okay, so this is book Isaiah chapter 33 and verse, or Salakia, Isaiah chapter 32 and verse 7. The instruments also of the churl are evil. He deviseth wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Okay, so even when the needy speaketh right, even when the needy is correct in their wants and in their complaints, you know, they're complaining of this and that. They're complaining of being abused. They're complaining of all the things that these Edomites are doing to them. In fact, give me a second. I'll come back to this. All right, so lucky I had a interruption, but the needy be speaking right. Like, hey, the poor man, they'll be in need of things. They'll tell them the president or the government or whatever, they be complaining about how they're being treated wrong, you know. And what do? They won't do anything for it. They still gonna tax your ass and wax your ass, man, and then say, oh, I'm the best president you could possibly vote for, you know. This is the book of Ecclesiasticus chapter 13 and verse 3. The rich man hath done wrong, and yet he threateneth withal. The poor is wronged, and he must entreat also. So hey, the poor, which is who? Israel, they getting done wrong too, and still got to pay for it. You know, it says, if thou be for his profit, he will use thee. So wicked Jakes are for Trump's profit. It says, but if thou have nothing, he will forsake thee. So guess what? When he becomes president, all the promises and those false dreams he sold you, it's all gonna go down the fucking toilet, man. It says, if thou have anything, he will live with thee. Yeah, he will make thee bear and will not be sorry for it. If he have need of thee, he will deceive thee and smile upon thee and put thee in hope. He will speak thee fair and say, what wantest thou? And he will shame thee by his meats until he have drawn thee dry twice or thrice. And at the last he will laugh thee to scorn afterward. Because what? He gonna laugh at you. You were foolish enough to let him use you. When he seeth thee, he will forsake thee and shake his head at thee. Beware that thou be not deceived and brought down in thy jollity. You know? So hey, You want to vote for this nigga, man, and he in your face laughing and kikiing and shit, and you think it's good, you think it's cool. How foolish can you be, man? These doves have gotten you by trickery and deception from the beginning, you know. This devil has continued to get you Israelites by trickery and deception, you know, and false hopes. This man is a covenant breaker. He'll make a promise to you and break it right after. Right after he gets what he wants, after he gets his desires, you know. So this devil ain't for you, man. He's for himself. He ain't gonna be satisfied. You know, he's trying to fill his own belly. He's not trying to fill your belly, man. It's about him. His story, you know. So, hey, with that, I truly hope this quick lesson was edifying to you. I cannot watch for listening to truth and sincerity. The next time I shall I give all glory, honor, and praises unto YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, QADASH. Shalom.